The Clockwork Vale, a gentle journey through shadow and steam. The city of Aetheris floated high above the clouds. Steam hissed from countless pipes, and great gears turned slowly behind glass walls that glowed with warm golden light. Airships drifted silently between towers, their propellers whispering through the calm evening sky. Soft pause. The city smelled faintly of oil, wet stone, and the subtle sweetness of flowers grown in rooftop gardens. Beneath Aetheris lay the Clockwork Vale, a realm of forests with glowing fungi, rivers of molten silver, and hills dotted with clockwork wildlife. Mythical creatures moved quietly. Griffins with bronze feathers brushed the clouds. Dragons the size of towers rested in hidden valleys. Steam spirits glimmered in the mist like soft fireflies. All moved in harmony with the rhythm of the vale. Lyra walked along the cobbled streets of the city. Her brass lantern hummed softly, its warm glow pulsing like a heartbeat. She moved with calm steps, savoring the gentle rhythm of Aetheris in twilight. No one hurried. Even in a city of machinery, the night was meant for wandering, reflection, and quiet contemplation. The soft clank of gears beneath her boots, the gentle hiss of steam, and the faint creak of airship hulls combined into a melody that guided her onward. Her path led to the edge of the city, where a cog-laden bridge arched gracefully over a river of molten silver. Beneath the bridge, small goblin mechanics worked on floating machines, their hands careful and deliberate. They paused to nod at her with bright, friendly eyes. "Traveler," one whispered, voice musical and low, "the Vale welcomes those who walk with care." The bridge hummed beneath Lyra's steps as she crossed. Gears spun quietly in response to her weight. She followed the soft call of a steam wind into the vale, where forests of luminous fungi stretched around her. Their bioluminescent light reflected in the silver river, painting shadows in gentle patterns that swayed as if dancing with her breathing. At the center of a clearing, she found an orc scholar seated on a floating brass platform. Pipes ran from the platform into the river, siphoning its energy into a small, gentle machine that pulsed like a lantern. In his hands was a tiny dragon of copper and glass. It moved its wings slowly, as if breathing. "The Vale speaks to those who listen," the orc murmured. "Every gear, every stream, every creature has a story." Lyra knelt, tracing her fingers along the dragon's glowing eyes. A low hum filled the air, a song of machinery and magic intertwined. For a moment, everything felt perfectly calm, as though the world itself exhaled with relief at her presence. Yet even in such tranquility, shadows lingered. From the forest's edge emerged Rovan, a companion she had trusted. He wore polished brass armor, eyes glowing with ember-like intensity. His smile was measured, and yet it did not reach the depths of his gaze. "Lyra," he said softly, almost regretfully, "you should not have come here alone." The ground shuddered as if responding to his presence. Machines paused, and creatures sensed the subtle disturbance. Rovan lifted a small gear-driven orb, humming with stolen energy from the Vale's river. Light spilled coldly from it, feeding off the gentle silver current. Above, griffins circled nervously, dragons shifted in hidden valleys, and the steam spirits flickered uncertainly. Lyra understood. Betrayal had arrived. Rovan's desire to harness the Vale's magic threatened the harmony of the land. The orc scholar rose, placing his hands on the pulsing platform, ready to defend the flow of energy. Yet the Vale itself was alive. The dragon in Lyra's hands flared, spinning copper wings. The river pulsed in response, sending waves of gentle silver light through the forest. Goblins, orcs, griffins, and even hidden dragons stirred, not in aggression, but in protective awareness. The world itself whispered its warning and its guidance. Lyra took a slow step forward, her voice calm yet resolute. Rovan, this place is not for conquest. It belongs to every creature, every dreamer, and every stream. Let it remain at peace. The orb's light flickered uncertainly. Rovan hesitated, his ambition warring with the memory of the gentle life around him. Slowly, he lowered the device. The veil's soft song reminded him of what he had forgotten, the beauty of balance, the trust between beings, and the harmony of dreams. The orc scholar nodded at Lyra. Dragons returned to rest. Griffons glided back to high perches. The silver river pulsed steadily once again. Harmony was restored. Lyra wandered to the cliff edge overlooking the floating city. Airships glided silently through the clouds. The copper dragon rested gently in her hands, wings folding against its tiny body. Every creature, every machine, every spark of magic existed in quiet balance once more. She followed a winding path deeper into the Vale, past sparkling groves and steam gardens where goblins tinkered on intricate machines. Their work was a meditation of care. Orc families sat beside their clockwork forges, humming while shaping copper and brass into whimsical constructs. Elves moved gracefully among the gardens, tending luminous plants that glowed like captured stars. Above, the night sky deepened. Constellations mirrored in rivers of silver. Stars pulsed softly with the rhythm of the Vale itself, a gentle heartbeat guiding Lyra onward. She wandered across stone bridges that arched over glowing waterfalls, through fog-laden groves where steam spirits whispered in quiet chorus. In the heart of the Vale, she found a meadow where elemental creatures rested. Fire sprites flickered calmly among silver reeds. Water nymphs drifted through shimmering streams. Gentle stone golems leaned against mossy boulders. Lyra's footsteps made no sound here. The meadow accepted her presence. All beings acknowledged her without fear or curiosity, merely observing the gentle passage of another dreamer through their world. Hours passed, or perhaps only moments. Time in the Vale moved differently, measured by the slow pulse of life rather than clocks. Lyra found a floating observatory. Gears and brass contraptions spiraled around an open platform. She climbed to the top and looked out over the Vale. Glowing forest stretched beneath her, rivers of silver snaking through hills, and far in the distance, the lights of Aetheris shone like a scattered constellation. Rovan approached quietly, unarmed now, eyes softened by the calm that surrounded them. "I see now," he said gently. "The Vale is alive, and it cannot be owned or controlled." Soft pause. Lyra nodded. "It teaches us to walk lightly, to listen, and to protect what is gentle. Even betrayal can become a lesson if we allow it to guide us." Together, they walked back through floating bridges and luminous groves. Every creature, machine, and whispering spirit moved in harmony around them. Even the soft hiss of steam and turning of gears became part of a gentle, eternal melody. Finally, Lyra reached a soft moss-covered hill overlooking the Vale. She laid the copper dragon beside her, its wings folding as it settled for sleep. The night air carried the faint scent of silver blooms, the low hum of machinery, and the whisper of distant waterfalls. She closed her eyes. The Vale embraced her fully. Stars reflected in the silver rivers. Griffins slept atop brass towers. Dragons curled in hidden valleys. Goblins, elves, and orcs rested in their peaceful routines. Even Rovan stood quietly at the edge of the meadow, having learned the rhythm of balance. And in that soft, eternal moment, Lyra drifted into sleep, carried gently on the calm heartbeat of the clockwork veil. Here, betrayal had been forgiven, harmony restored. Every creature, machine, and spirit existed together in a world of gentle wonder, whispering the eternal song of peace and dreams.